Every season, a few select players raise their game to the next level by adding a new element to their arsenal, aka they level up. Whether it's adding a three-point shot, a new dedication to defense, more strength or better court vision, certain changes to a player's game can make them a drastically better player, and today we have 5 players who have leveled up and now are having career seasons. So what's up guys, Mike here, and before we get into those 5 players, if you didn't know, I'm currently doing 2 big giveaways, and all you have to do to enter those giveaways is subscribe. The first giveaway is that once we hit 1.7 million subscribers, I'm giving away a PS5 or Xbox Series X, so hit that subscribe button so we can get there and I can give one of you a PS5 or an Xbox. And the second giveaway is that every single video I upload in March, I'm giving away any basketball jersey of your choice to 1 subscriber, so subscribe to be entered for all of March. The winner from last video is Jack Stead. Jack, congratulations. Hit me up on Twitter to get your jersey at @MikeKors, and let's now jump into this video starting with Zach LaVine. As we all know, Zach LaVine has been a bucket for a long time at this point. However, this season he has really stepped up his game in a way that has both led the Bulls to more wins as they are fighting for a playoff spot, and as for Zach LaVine, well, he has become a well-deserved first-time All-Star. And the way that he has been able to succeed at a higher level this season, the way he has leveled up, comes in the form of efficiency and leadership. Right now, Zach has career highs in both PER and true shooting percentage, and already has tied his career high for win shares, despite the fact that he still has the rest of the season to play. And when looking at Zach's base numbers, one thing that immediately stands out is his three-point shooting. Zach is shooting around 5% better from 3 this season, a huge difference as he now ranks in the top 20 in the entire league in three-point percentage. But when digging deeper, we find that one of the biggest improvements to Zach's game this season also comes with his finishing at the rim. Last year, Zach shot around 62% at the rim, but this season, he has made over 70% of his shots, a staggering number that has made him an absolutely elite finisher. How elite, you might ask? Well, according to Basketball Reference, only 3 players in NBA history up until this season have averaged at least 27 points per game while shooting 50% from the field, 40% from 3, and 85% from the free throw line. Crazily enough, 5 players are currently on pace to be added to this list this season alone, and would you look at that, Zach LaVine is one of them. That is how efficient he has become as a scorer. He has truly become the type of player who can carry an offense, and it would not be surprising at all to see the Bulls in the playoffs this season because of Zach. And speaking of the playoffs, headed into the season, not much was expected of the New York Knicks, as in recent years, the New York Knicks have kind of sucked and it seemed like not much had changed. In fact, before the season began, ESPN ranked the Knicks as just the 13th best team in the Eastern Conference and gave them just a 2% chance of making the playoffs. Again, this came as no surprise because we were talking about the Knicks here. But because of the addition of Tom Thibodeau as their new head coach and the rise of Julius Randle, and are currently sitting as the 5th seed in the Eastern Conference. How have they achieved this? Well, when it comes down to it, the Knicks' success begins and ends with their new star player in Julius Randle, as yes, we all know that Randle shocked everyone this season and became a first-time All-Star. And the way that Randle has evolved his game and has been able to lead the Knicks to their surprising season comes in the way of his all-around play, especially his three-point shooting and passing. Now, Randle's three-point shooting has definitely seen a notable jump, as he is knocking down a career high in three-pointers made with 1.9, with a career high percentage at 41%. A huge jump up from his 28% shooting from 3 last season. However, it is his playmaking that to me has risen him from a solid starter to a legitimate all-star. This season, Randle is averaging 5.5 assists per game, 2.4 more than last year, and because of this playmaking, because he is getting his teammates involved with easy shots on offense, again, the Knicks are winning, and Randle has been highlighted as the biggest reason why. On top of this, the Knicks have been very clear that Randle has been the ultimate leader for their young team, and that he has gone out of his way to take young players under his wing and teach them as much as he can. Something that Knicks fans have to love to hear with hopes for their future. Continuing on with this list, Lonzo Ball will never be Steph Curry with a 40-inch vertical. I've accepted that. However, this season Lonzo has become a drastically improved shooter, and along the way has also drastically improved his value as a starting point guard in the NBA. We have to remember, sometimes point guards take a long time to develop. Steve Nash was not an all-star until the age of 27. Kyle Lowry made his first All-Star game at 28, and Chauncey Billups had to wait until the age of 29 to make his first All-Star appearance. So remember, Lonzo is just 23 years old right now, and he is making dramatic improvements to the glaring weaknesses he had heading into his NBA career. Because this season, Lonzo is averaging a career-high 14.5 points per game, and a large reason why comes in the form of his free throw shooting and his three-point shot. In terms of free throw shooting, Lonzo has dramatically improved as he is shooting close to 78% from the line, a huge jump up from the 57% he shot last year. This has been great, but Lonzo doesn't take many free throws, and he does take a ton of three-pointers, so in my opinion, the fact that he is now shooting 39% from three on almost 8 attempts a night has been a complete game changer. And what's even more impressive is that Lonzo struggled to start this season. His evolution, his level up did not begin until the beginning of February, but in the 18 games Lonzo has played since February 1st, he is averaging 3.5 threes made a night on 44% shooting from deep, making him not only a good three-point shooter, but statistically one of the best shooters in the NBA right now. And it seems that Lonzo and his head coach Stan Van Gundy have figured out where he is absolutely lethal, as this year Lonzo is knocking down over 40% of his catch and shoot threes on about 5.5 attempts per game. This to me is a very important stat, as it shows that both Lonzo and his team are aware that when he is in catch and shoot situations, he is a much more effective three-point shooter compared to when he pulls up off the dribble, as this season he's shooting just around 34% from threes on pull-up attempts. And of course, the question is, can Lonzo Ball keep this up? Well, in my opinion, because he is a young player who has worked at his game and developed it, I see no reason why Lonzo cannot continue to be a knockdown shooter and work his way towards potentially being an all-star level talent. At the very least, with his newfound shooting ability, Lonzo has proven that he can be a solid starting point guard in this league for years to come. Moving forward, I think we can all agree that when it comes to the case of Jeremy Grant, none of us saw this coming. I mean, sure, Jeremy plays for a really bad team, but that does not take away from the fact that suddenly at the age of 26, about to be 27, Jeremy Grant has gone from a man who previously had a career high of 13.6 points per game and was seen as a fringe starter slash role player to the potential most improved player of the NBA. I mean, he is now putting up 23.4 points per game, and what's even more impressive is that as the new #1 option for the Detroit Pistons, Grant has been remarkably consistent. Yes, he did have a 43-point explosion against the Bulls, but other than that, Jeremy's second highest scoring game this season was just 32 points, and in 33 games this year, he has scored in single digits just 2 times. And the biggest thing that jumps out on the stat sheet for Grant this year to me, other than his scoring, is for sure his free throw percentage. To put it simply, Grant has been an absolute sniper from the line. He is currently shooting around 89% and making 5.6 free throws a game, dramatic career highs, as his previous career high in free throws made was 2.8 and his career high in free throw percentage was just 75%. Now, can Jeremy Grant keep all of this up? That remains to be seen, but for now, I'd say he's the most improved player in the NBA because it's not like his per 36 numbers indicated that he just needed more minutes to put up better stats. That was not the case. Again, this scoring explosion came out of nowhere. And speaking of the most improved player race, the other favorite in that race has to come in the form of Christian Wood. Wood has improved his numbers from 13.1 points and 6.3 rebounds per game last season to near all-star numbers of 22 points and 10.2 rebounds per game on 56% shooting. And while all of the other players on this list have certain specific traits that we can point to on the stat sheet and say that this is the reason why this guy has improved this much, for Christian Wood, the answer to the question, why did he level up so much, does not really appear on paper. It's more of a mindset, a change in approach from his role as a lesser option on offense to now being a guy the Rockets can run their offense through. And while I did just say that Jeremy Grant certainly for this season came out of nowhere and deserves the most improved player, I would say that if it was an award, Christian Wood would deserve the most surprising success because he's had the toughest path to get here. Christian was originally undrafted. He spent time in the G League, and he even headed into last season, the season where he established himself as a solid center for the Pistons, as a player who was not guaranteed to make the roster. There were actually rumors that if Joe Johnson made the roster for the Pistons, Christian Wood would have been cut. Nothing has been easy for Christian Wood throughout throughout his career. It is absolutely incredible that he has come this far, and with a Rockets team that has had a nightmare of a season, Christian Wood has shined through as a building block to head into the future with. He is a ray of light for Rockets fans. And so there we have it, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Remember, if you are not already subscribed, subscribe so that you can win one of 2 giveaways. Again, I'm giving away a PS5 or an Xbox Series X as soon as we hit 1.7 million subscribers, and every single video I upload in the month of March, I'm giving away a basketball jersey to someone who is subscribed. Subscribing is free. All it takes is one click of a single button, so make sure you're subscribed because I want to give you guys free things. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much for supporting. You're awesome. We all know it, and as always, have an awesome day, guys, and cue that music. If you're still here while the music is cued, here are 2 videos I think you are definitely going to enjoy. Make sure to click on one of them. Again, I know you're gonna love it, and other than that, have a great day and peace.